This is Amazon's latest Kindle model, the new Paperwhite. It's the 4th generation Paperwhite, and it has quite a few improvements, so I'll try to go through them quickly. To begin with, the screen is flush, as you can see, so it looks really good. The display lighting is also improved slightly. If you compare it, this is the very first generation Paperwhite on the right here. And so if you compare the two, obviously they made a lot of improvements since 2012, which is when this first came out. But the display in the Paperwhite 4th generation on the left is quite a bit more crisp. I think it looks really sharp. It's a little bit whiter, and so the quality just in general is much better. And the lighting, one of the things about the 1st generation Paperwhite, it doesn't really matter a lot now, but you can see here at the bottom of the display, that's where the LED lighting elements are. You know, it was fairly noticeable. I think some models or some devices that people received had it a little bit more noticeable than others. Some people complained about that, so over the years, Amazon's made a lot of improvements in how the lighting is done on these lighted Kindles. And this new one, you can't tell at all when you're reading it where the lighting is coming from. It's actually at the bottom of the display, and there are 5 elements. You barely see it, perhaps, but you really have to look for it. So the flush screen, the improved lighting, this Kindle is now waterproof. And so, along with the with the current Oasis model, the two lighted and more expensive Kindles are both waterproof now, which is really nice. This is the Oasis here. So the other thing about the Oasis is that if you look at these side by side, these are the 2 lighted Kindles that Amazon sells today. The Oasis has a bigger display, obviously, 7-inch. It also has page turn buttons. So at the right here where my thumb is, in addition to having the touchscreen controls, you've got the page turn buttons. But if you don't really need the page turn buttons and you don't care that much about the bigger display, this is a lot lighter, and this has always been Amazon's best-selling model, I think, since it first came out. This also now has audio capability, so you can sync it up using Bluetooth with speakers or headphones and listen to audiobooks. The previous Paperwhite didn't have that. The new Oasis does have that, and the new basic Kindle, which I have over here, that also has audio capability. So all the Kindles have that now. This has more memory as well. It has 8 gigabytes standard, which is twice what the previous Paperwhite had. If all you read on these Kindles is books, then that's going to be plenty of memory. I mean, you'd be able to store thousands of books on a Kindle with that much memory. But if you use the capability for audiobooks, and if you have a lot of audiobooks, and that's going to be important, and you might even want to upgrade it, they offer 32 gigabytes optional for people that do want that additional memory. The Oasis offers the same thing, and so you can get it at 32 or 16 or 8 gigabytes rather as well. And it's a little bit lighter and thinner, although when I sat this side by side, even with the older Kindle Paperwhite or this basic Kindle, it's not a lot different, but these are getting so small and comfortable to hold now that, you know, you don't really, I don't know how much smaller they could get, frankly. This is the case. The Kindle that Amazon sells for the Kindle, so this is a blue fabric case. It's nice and book style. So I got that to protect it a little bit, and I didn't spend the extra money for the leather case this time. This is the my old Voyage that has the origami style case. I still use this because when I'm reading, if I'm sitting at a desk or a table or something, it's really nice to have this case that props it up and holds it like that. That's the only thing I don't like about these book style cases, but probably one of the other case makers is going to come out with one that would have that capability eventually if somebody wants that. So that's a quick look at the new Paperwhite, and I'll put some more details in my review.